Sean Dyche now joins us live from Stamford Bridge. Good evening to you, Sean. Congratulations. I suppose this was all part of the plan, was it? Just to throw Ellis Sims into that situation late on because you knew what he was going to do.
Of course, yeah, we all plan it like that. Keeps our heart rate nice and low when we do that.
Tell us about your team today, Sean. What did you like about that performance?
I'm really pleased with the growing mentality. You know, there are a lot of question marks over the last sort of couple of seasons about their away form and the mentality towards that, but it's been growing. You know, it's been improving all the time. I thought we were good at Nottingham Forest and made a mistake, and they capitalised on it. And it's tough coming to place like this. We know that, and you know, they're still a good outfit. I know they've had an up and down time, but just coming off of 3 wins and. You know, I thought they showed it first half. We showed a little bit too much respect, I should say. And second half, I thought we got back to grips with the game and done well to come back from being down twice.
Sean, Jamie Redknapp, congratulations. That was a great point for you. Going back to Ellis Sims, what, you know, as a manager, did you have a feeling for him today? Has he shown you something in training where you feel he might be the sort of player that can get you that important goal? Because it was not just a good goal, it was a fantastic goal.
Yeah, I mean, he's a young lad, you know, earning his spurs, and we threw him in against Liverpool. Probably a bit too much on that night, but he's still around the group. He's working hard. He's realising the hard yards that are important in the sides that I work with, and you know, he's maturing into it. And, you know, you can't always put your finger on these decisions. Neil Warpay's worked very hard for us, but you know, we just felt with his pace and his power, and he has scored goals, you know, albeit in the Championship. And he's got in and he's delivered his pace and his power, of course, to break free and then gets a nice finish under the body of the keeper.
Sean, in the 3 victories that you've had, it's been 1-0. So how pleased have you been with the response back that when you went behind twice today, you found the goals which have been quite hard to come from and get the point that you really needed?
Yeah, I mean, a lot's been made of the goal scoring and, you know, lacking strikers and all that sort of stuff. But I've said all along, it's a team mentality. You know, for me, scoring goals is not down to one player, and I think that's improving. You know, the body language going into the box, the intent to score a goal, I think it's been improving all the time. And it was there again, particularly second half. You know, so first half we huffed and puffed and kept our shape and kept it tight, but without delivering much with the ball. Second half it improved, you know, and we started asking more questions from set pieces, from open play, a few things flashing across the box. And like I say, a really good intent to try and score goals and try and be in the game and obviously try and win the game.
It's interesting what you said as well, Sean, about changing that mentality, because we know that Everton can win games at home, but how important is it that you manage to create that belief that there are points to be had away from home as well?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've spoken to the players about it. There was a lot of noise before this game, 29 years, you know, they haven't won and all that sort of stuff. So there's only people that can change these stories. There's us, you know, you can't wait for it to happen. People who change things, they make things happen. And I've been trying to work with the players on instilling that mentality as a group and a collective. And as I said, I think it's growing. I think it's improving. There's no disappointments today. When we went down, they kept on the front foot, kept trying to affect the game and score a nice goal to go back in, get back into the game, sorry, at 2-2. And then saw it out, you know, the best we could, even though the ref was trying his hardest to let the corner come in at the end with a millisecond to go. So he did have a go for them. He tried his best for them.
What do you think about the penalty as well? There was disappointment etched on your players' faces in that moment.
Well, we had one the other week, not as similar, but Seamus Coleman gets in behind it, the lad kicks the back of his legs, and they said it wasn't a penalty, and I think it's similar. I think once there's a minor contact, he's already going down, but look, at the end of the day, it ends up being a bit clumsy, but I think that's a tight one for me, but it got given.
I don't know if you've seen what else has happened elsewhere today. I'm sure you have kept a handle on it. Bournemouth beaten, Leicester managed to get a point, Southampton got a point, Leeds have won, which means there's only 4 points from the bottom all the way up to 12th place. Have you ever known it this tight before? And what's it going to take to stay away from the bottom 3?
Well, it takes wins, of course. It takes performances. I mean, we're really working with the players on the performance levels and the consistency of performance. You know, we can't affect everyone else. They'll have to do their own work, but we're staying focused on that. It's always been a belief of mine. Obviously, if things go in your way, help you along the way, then that's great. But you can't rely on that. You've got to rely on yourselves. And I think we're building that mentality to work hard for ourselves and not overthink everyone else. And, you know, slowly but surely, the mentality is improving all the time and the commitment to the cause is improving all the time. And that was on show, certainly, the second half today.
And just a final point, and I suppose it's another wider point, Sean, as well. You've been in this situation before as a manager with a Burnley group. How would you compare this team that you have now to Burnley? Do you feel you have more tools at your disposal?
Well, there's certainly talent here, but different kinds of talents in football. You know, but Burnley, we showed a different way of winning, a different way of approaching games to win games. This group, I think we're laying down a base to work from. I still think there's There's talent here. There's different kinds of talents. We're trying to give them the freedom to play. I mentioned that at half-time. I said, look, a lot of what we've done in the first half defensively, the attitude towards defending was fantastic. But I said, now we've got to play. You know, you're good players, very good players. So I said, part of it is also the belief to go and play. And there's pockets second half when we did that better. I still think there's more to come from this group.
Sean, thank you. Nice break for you now. Feet up for a couple of weeks?
Oh, yeah, of course. It's always like that when you're a manager. Just take it easy, do nothing.
Congratulations. Good point tonight. Thanks for speaking
Cheers,
to us.
thank you.
Well done, Sean.
Yeah.
Thanks, thank you, bye.
And
James Ellis, just how big a point was that? And for you, Ellis, is that by some distance the moment of your career so far?
Yeah, 100%. It's a great occasion to do it. Equaliser. Delighted for the team as well. Massive point against a tough opposition. So, yeah, we're delighted. We made up.
Come on, I want more than that. How do you feel? First Premier League goal.
Delighted. Honestly, I can't put it into words. I've been working hard ever to come up with this, and it's like a dream come true, really, to score my first Premier League goal.
James, what about the quality of the goal as well? It's not just a tap-in, is it?
No, unbelievable. Because I think it was Koulibaly who went past, who's no slow player, and he just shrugged him off and put it away. And he's right. He's been working hard. He's come back. Since Christmas. Got his head down, worked hard, and that's the moments what you live for.
Was it a case? Sorry, James. Was it a case of just being patient and keep believing? Because you started the Merseyside derby, and that was tough for you.
Yeah, it's about patience, really. I just had to wait for my chance, really. Obviously, we've got top players, so I'm not just going to walk straight into the team. I just have to work hard in training, and when I get the opportunity, I have to take it, go out with both hands.
How much character did the team show today? Behind twice, come back.
Yeah, it's massive. And to be fair, we've been showing it for the last few weeks now. We've had a couple of tough results, Arsenal away, Liverpool away, but we've been grinding it out, working hard physically, mentally, and we deserve that today because it's not easy to come places like this. They've been on a good little run for the last few games, so to take a point is brilliant.
Did it make it feel even more for you because involved in the penalty conceded as well?
Yeah, never nice giving away penalties. I just thought Ben was going to clear it. He thought I was going to clear it. Reece nipped in front and he went down. So clear penalty, and not nice to give away.
Obviously, we know it could be a huge point today, but also, does it give you belief?
Yeah, it's massive belief. As I've said, we're working hard in training, we're staying united, sticking together when it gets tough, and like today, we dug in and then got the equaliser.
Also, going into the next games, you've got Manchester United, Spurs as well. Does this give you something going into those games?
You just take it game by game. We only look as far as the next one, so the next game Spurs at home, and at our place right now it's a difficult place to come. So we're ready to take anyone on, and we'll look forward to that.
How tight is that battle down the bottom?
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to not focus. I don't think the teams are saying not trying to focus too much on what other teams are up to. Really, focus on ourselves. We put the points on the board. We don't have to worry about anyone else.
Well, it was a fabulous performance from the Toffees today. James, you picked up the Player of the Match award. I'm sure you'll pick up all the headlines, Ellis. You do the honours and hand over the award, please. Well done, guys.
Thank you, buddy. Cheers, pal. Well done.
Cheers, guys. Look. Graham, is that one a tough one to take when it's right at the death like that?
Yeah, it is. I thought the performance overall was positive. We did a lot of things really well. Scored a couple of goals, but ultimately didn't defend well enough in a couple of actions, which has cost us, and we're disappointed to drop points.
For the equaliser, should Kepa have done better?
I've not seen it back. I think as a team we could have attacked better in the first place. It's what we spoke about before the game in terms of how to attack well so that you don't expose yourself to transition, and we did that. And then it looked too easy throughout the team. So that's disappointing from our perspective, the second goal and the first as well. Like I said, credit to Everton, they do that well, but we need to do better there.
Added to that disappointment is the fact that you took the lead twice.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought we showed a lot of positive things. We attacked well. I thought João, Kai, CP combined well. We used the width with Reece and Chile. It was a positive performance from us, I think, overall. But it's hard to say that when you've only got 1 point.
Also, we talked about the goals before as well. That's 3-3 now for Kai Havertz. João Felix scoring 2. Starting to come.
Yeah, like I said, I liked a lot of the performance. We started the game really well. First 20 minutes, drove them back. Lots of touches in their box, lots of opportunities. We can do a little bit better in the final third, of course, but it was a step forward in terms of our performance. But overall, when you drop points and we concede in the manner we have to be disappointed.
Also, the fact it's the international break, you want to go into that with a win as well.
Yeah, we do, but that's sort of 4 games. It's 3 wins and a draw. We wanted to win, of course we did. I think you can see the effort the players put in. You see the intention of the team. But credit to Everton, they kept in there. They kept fighting, and they're dangerous at what they do. They never make it easy to control the game completely. They've got physicality and they put the ball in the box, so you have to defend that. We did it well for most of the game, but not enough.
Lastly, speaking of the international break, you expressed surprise yesterday in the press conference that Mason Mount had been called up. Has there been any clarification for England camp since then, or what is the situation? Has he got to report, or what's happening? Because he's not in the squad today because of the injury he has. Yeah, exactly. I think it was just a couple of days where there's a bit of a turnover. These injuries sometimes you give him a bit more time, but no, he's not going. He needs some time to recover. He hasn't been 100% fit. I think it's the right decision. Thanks, Graham. Thank you.